Hey everybody, what's going on? Ryu here. Hope everybody's having a good day today. I'm doing pretty good. Not really a whole lot, really much going on around here. I just got back from a walk a couple of minutes ago. It's actually really nice and cool out there today, which is pretty good for me since usually it's been like way too hot outside. You know, it's been like 90s to like close to like 100 and something outside. So I'm just like, well, it's nice to have a nice cool day. So first of all, that's all I would get to say. Thank you for everybody who watched the video for when I put up for Sonic CD. I've never really actually owned a Sega CD before, so actually able to actually play Sonic CDs is actually a pretty good thing. I mean, after actually finishing Sonic Mania, actually getting to play Sonic CD is actually pretty fun so far. I probably still need some practice on the special stages since I'm still not good at those. I know I did get one of the time stones, but I just kind of feel that that was kind of a fluke on my part. I basically was just like, I did it, and then like the rest of the special stages, like as you saw from the video I put up, like I tried really hard to be like, okay, I know what I have to do to get the time stones, but at the same time, like the UFOs either like move out the way, or they, or most time like I'll jump too early or jump too late or jump in the water, which is bad because jumping in the water sucks away your time that you have, and then you have to run around and then you have to hit the blue UFOs in order to get like more time gain back as fast as humanly possible before you run out of time. So I'm sure somebody probably has some tricks or a secret or something else like that to work with for right now. But for right now, I know I probably need some practice, and knowing me, I'm probably also like near like the final stage. So if I basically get the bad ending, I'll just get the bad ending, and I'll just worry about getting the best ending at some other time. So like the other thing I've really been doing here though is I've actually been working on another actually been recording some more videos and stuff. It's actually another RPG maker game that I've actually worked on. I actually enjoyed the game when I played through it the first time, and so hopefully this time I'm able to. Hopefully this time when I get everything finished and then I actually put it up for next year, everybody else who watches it would also enjoy it too. I know there's probably a lot of people out there that don't really like RPG maker games. That's totally fine. It's just I just kind of got up and said, well, I think this is a good time for me to pull this out and play through it. So hopefully, that goes pretty well. But we'll see what happens when I actually get it finished. But so far I'm about 2/3 through, and I still got like a huge third left to go through. I just happened to beat up like the hardest boss of all time, really hard boss, because you only have like a certain amount of time to take it out before it totally like wipes out your whole entire team half to death, and it's a really painful boss. And because at first I sat there here, I kept dying all the time. I was like, how in the world did I beat it the first time? Then I had to sit there and had to look it up. I had to look up in the old video I put up to be like, oh, that's what I did. Okay, I got you. Okay, we're good to go. Let's do this. Like, okay, I know what I did now. Let's do this. So I can go ahead on and beat up this boss. So I finally beat the boss. I was like, finally, I beat this boss. Whew, thank goodness. Because this boss is a pain. There's maybe about 2-3 bosses in the game on this pathway that are actually a pain in the butt to fight off. There's actually 2 paths, but I actually picked the other path instead of picking the path I usually pick when I play through it. I picked the other path instead. So like I said before, so hopefully I put it up, hopefully everybody else actually enjoys it, but we'll see what happens. Other than that here though, I've just been working when I can every day. I've been getting like bombarded by phone calls nonstop about another position that opens up. But the only reason why I don't want to work that job for it, because in order to actually work there, you have to be willing to pay for parking everywhere you go. And from the price of how much gas is right now, plus of how much you got to pay to park, I sat here like, no. I say like for right now, I like to have free parking. Thank you very much. But hopefully things get better to when I can something like new opens up for me. But for right now, the job I have for right now, I'm glad I still have it, and I'm glad I can go to it when I can. when I can. There's certain days where I don't go, but I'm glad, when I do get to go. Cause I'm like, yeah, I get to go to work. Let's go ahead and knock this stuff out, and then I can do what I gotta do. But I'm just doing what I can, doing the best I can for right now. Other than that, here though, I mean, the only other thing that happened was there was actually a store I used to go to, which sold off a whole lot of like used music, used video games, and used anime series. Sometimes it was like single discs, and sometimes it was a complete box sets. So I actually got up and I went by the store. I think I went there like last Wednesday, and I saw a sign on the door that said they closed the store down for good. So that basically left me a little bit depressed, because I was like, really? I was like, oh man, I love going to this store. It was a nice store just to go in there and buy like a couple of PSP games that came, a couple of PSP games people trade in, or just buy maybe like like a box set or two, or like maybe like a disc or something, and then that way sometime in the future I can get up and buy like the full series, maybe like at the convention or some other time I went out there. But to actually find out that the store closed down, I was like, dang, that's totally messed up. But I know the economy's bad, but I was like, dang. Then I actually went to the a local mall nearby that sells they sell like anime and stuff in there, and I actually walked in there and I was like, this is not the anime section I remember. And then I actually was looking around everywhere. I didn't really ask nobody, but I was like, but I kind of got up, and the only thing I saw was they had like one little area. They had like a whole bunch of shirts, a whole bunch of like anime stuff around there, and then they had like a couple of DVDs. So the only thing they had there was like One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, things like that. And I kind of sat down here like, no. Like Dragon Ball Super, things like that, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to pick those up. Not really, because if I don't watch One Piece, I'd rather just watch that online. If I watch Dragon Ball Super, I'd rather just watch that online too. A lot of the stuff they had there, I'd rather just watch online than actually pick the DVD up and watch it. Even though I know there's a lot of people out there that like, the rest of us, nowadays, we actually get up and we watch all of our series online all the time. All you have to do is just go to a website, and then just go to like a streaming website and just watch all the anime stuff you want to for free. And I basically was like, yeah, that's a good idea and all. But the problem is though, is like this. The problem with it is though, because A, there's a lot of people there. B, most time when you actually have to sit down and watch the series, there's a buffer that pops up that takes about 5-10 minutes for you to watch it. You have to sit there and you have to load the video, then you have to pause it, and then you have to wait for the buffer to finish, which is annoying, especially sometimes. And then you have to, sit there, and then you have to, and then you have to like pray sometimes that while you're watching the video, that the video itself finish buffering all the way through. Because there's certain times where there's certain animes I watched online, back in the day where I thought the buffer finished, and I got about halfway to it, and I got to like the good part of the series, like the good part of the episode, and then the episode just froze, and I'm like, no, and then I had to restart the whole entire series again, and then I had to watch the whole entire video from beginning to end, because if you try to fast forward through it, it would hang for a few minutes. It was really just a big pain in the neck. So it's been like, I haven't really watched any like new series, even though I did actually hear about a couple of new stuff. So hopefully whenever I get finished recording this RPG Maker game, I'll sit down and watch a few things. Cause even though I know I'm not really in a rush to finish stuff for next year, I got up, I said, well, I really do want to go ahead and knock this game out, and then I can go ahead and be like, all right, so let me just see how long it's going to take for me to post this, and I can be like, okay, if I need to work on this, I'll work on this. If I work on that, I'll work on that. Do whatever. But anyway, so other than that, just hope everybody's having a good day today, like I said before. And other than that, I'll talk to you about later on then. This is Ryu here. Later.